Welcome, this is Average Gamer here, aka Tag. Well, you might be, but I'm him. Right off the bat, this dude had a nice record. It was like 418 and like 2 something. So, you as an undisputed player already know once you see a record that looks decent like that, you start to lean up in your chair a bit. It's like, alright, I'm gonna have to take this fight like real serious. So, off rip, I'm like super cautious. He doing a lot of slipping and combinations. So I don't want to bring too much too soon. Throwing out feints. You don't get a record like that for nothing. So right now I think we both are being cautious and just feeling it out. For now I'm trying to work behind my jab. Every fight we learn something new. So in a fight previous to this, and I'm here to share any knowledge I have with you guys. In the previous fight to this, I fought a Lomachenko, and like for some reason his overhand right was like knocking me into like the day's animation constantly, and I could not understand it. Like Lomachenko don't got no power like that. So I believe I went and I checked, and I think he had the passive where the more punches he throws, like the more damage they do. So the guy was fighting like he was throwing out like a lot of jabs. Like the jabs wasn't doing much. Like I was blocking him, but the overhand right would catch me a lot of times. Like after like 3, 4 jabs, he just threw that power shot in there. It wouldn't catch me all the time, but it catch me sometimes. So I was wailing on this dude, and then like he caught me with like one overhand right, bam, and that overhand right kept knocking me into animations, and it was because of the passive, is what I'm thinking. He would always throw out like 4 or 5 meaningless jabs, but I think they're meant just to get him to that amplifier, and he's just hoping the power shot connects. So everybody has their little quirks, and it's like the only way you can really become better in this game is just by playing. Once you get a feel for what every fighter's specialty is and what they want to do, the rest is pretty much, your own strategy after that. I'm not gonna go and fight like Rocky Marciano with the same strategy I'ma use to fight like Ali. You gotta make it make sense. So I try adapting that because I noticed, like after checking on that with Lomachenko, I was like, let me go and check Sugar, and it's like I have the same passive as well, but I wouldn't say I utilize it as much because I do throw punches and bunches sometimes, but with these things, a lot of my punches will miss when the target's like right there, so it like took me away from doing that. But this is the very next fight, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use a jab. If anything, I'm gonna double up on the jab, and then the next shot would be like a hook or a straight or a power shot. So if that shot does land, it's gonna be have amplified strength. But other than that, like I'm being like real cautious. I'm not just throwing out anything because you can tell if I throw out that body jab and it missed, he's coming back with multiple counters. If I throw up top, he likes to lean and slip. And if he catches me with a slip, his counter shot's gonna be devastating. So I'm like picking shots based on like my range. If you can see, I'm throwing that like pull back straight, but I'm throwing it at like the appropriate distance so that I have a little reach advantage over him. So hopefully my straight connects and then his punch does it. But he has pretty good defense. Like he ain't getting torn apart or nothing. It's like single shots, like to win on points if anything. But he hasn't really unloaded his offense yet. And you see like how I went to throw the punch and he slipped, and then they gave him like all the time in the world to counter. But I think he's still feeling, so he didn't throw immediately. But yeah, this was definitely a tough fight for sure. But it was good. You need a fight like this every now and again to really know where you at in Undisputed and like know what you can do if you really put your shots together. So you see, I'm jabbing a lot, jabbing it straight, which I usually throw more hooks and combinations, but like now, trying something different. Ooh, you see, like all the time in the world when I miss that power shot. Like if he had K me faster, which I don't know what these think or other people. As soon as I miss that punch, you have no time to get yourself together. It's like bop 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 immediately. So this match particularly might be on a little better connection. Oop, caught him. And I don't know, like you see when you see me like doing that little dash forward, that's me trying to do the run. And it's like I don't know how to do it. I thought my last fight was because I changed my configuration. I started the I was using the defendant, I think it was, in the settings. So I can change like what buttons I need to press around to slip and dodge. But I wasn't feeling that because I was so used to the competitor settings that when I try to backdash, it would make me do like a lean back. Or like if I want to dash in when you're trying to back away, I would end up like doing a slip. Like if I was trying to dodge like a punch or a hook. I swear, they be watch how fast he is moving for a day's animation. Like that is crazy. And then when I'm in that animation, it's like I move super slow. Like this guy, they literally watch me backing up, and then they just walk forward and just start to attack me some more. So I have to really like guess whether they're going up or down, high or low, because that backing away ain't doing nothing for me. And he keeps trying to get me with like an uppercut. Thankfully, I'm not getting hit with it, but is that he is setting up an uppercut. Gotta be tricky. Like I really want to let my hands go, but like you see, like everything is like a fit. So at this point, I'm like, all right, he's starting to turn up. Like he's starting to loose off some power shots now. Now he wants to start implementing his offense. Like I think he read me, and now he's ready to let off his offense. Which I noticed is like I'm looking at it, it's like nah, his attack patterns are different. Like he's throwing out those power shots. I'm getting tagged with a couple of them. So at this point, like I reevaluate, take a step back, and like how I want to fight is like I'm not gonna stay in the pocket while he throwing all those power shots. This guy is making me be locked in for the whole fight. But you, I know I'm a 2K player, so you know when you got a lead on somebody and it's like, yeah, you reach a point like where they start going on a run and it's like you're being careless. You're not doing the same stuff that got you the lead. You're taking like other shots that you wouldn't take if you want to make sure you score. Like this is like that case in Undisputed. Like when you got a lead on somebody and you think that you're able to beat them, is like you're not gonna be very cautious because even if they come back, you can still win. But this guy, I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure if once my stamina reaches a certain point, if he's just gonna destroy me or if he decides to flip a switch because I feel he hasn't flipped his switch yet. Like that last round, he started to flip that switch. So I was like, nah, I need to get as much rounds as I can under my belt. I really and truly I want to drop him, but I'm terrible at finishing them people off when they got that day's animation. Ooh, see that uppercut. And something about that uppercut makes me think that Reed just got like an uppercut passive. Because he keeps throwing it in there. Like he's not doing it like all the time. But I feel like he's baiting it out. He's baiting me to do something so he can catch me with that uppercut. Like he wants, you see? Like he wants that uppercut really bad. And what's crazy is I have a uppercut passive. Like my uppercut go crazy. But uppercuts are so hard to land, especially on people that fight off the back foot. So I really don't throw out uppercuts. I throw out a lot of body uppercuts, but I don't really go for the uppercut because once you miss an uppercut, you're left in like a animation forever. They can stay there and lick their chops and like wait for it, bow, knock you out immediately once you miss an uppercut. Especially if it's a power uppercut. Oh man, those are the hardest to nail. All right, he throwing out those power. At this point, I'm trying to use my directional hook to help me. Oh, he took a fury punch just now. Since he likes to weave, I'm using it to circle out on some of my shots. So if you see me throwing a hook and look like I'm fading back, I'm using the directional. So if he comes at me, he comes forward, I'm stepping back while throwing at the same time to try to catch him. I'm trying out some things in this fight. I may not use all the stuff available in my arsenal when I'm playing Undisputed, but I'm trying to tap into some of it. Like for one, he comes in with that body jab. I'm gonna at least try and make him pay. You know, you can't block everything. Some people they like to do the up down up down up down. I might let him hit me with the body, but I'm gonna hit him back. You know. At this point, I feel like he's throwing out like a lot of power. Like he's really trying to get a knockdown. So I'm looking at him like food at this point. I think I was so locked in with just playing a good game that I can't give him no openings that it took me a while to even realize he was in flat foot movement. I think it was like at this point once I see him circling around, I was like, wait, is he in flat foot? Hmm. So now I'm just picking him apart. Cause there ain't nothing he can do while in flat foot. Yep. Ooh, saved by the back. I barely got that knockdown. Like he was almost out of my range. He was just about to be out of my range. That was a quick left. Immediately followed up that right with a left. And I know Undisputed got an algorithm that when somebody is fighting me, they're 10 times more durable than normal. Because I don't see how people be catching me with like one shot that'll knock me out. But I will hit people like multiple power shots, like 3 in a row, and that fourth one won't drop him. And then they hit me with like one power shot. Bam, I'm out. Like I don't understand it. This game is so inconsistent. Like if it was more consistent, well, like how you get a knockdown, how you get a flash knockdown, it would be so much better. But I'm still enjoying it. But that's one thing they really gotta work on. Like they're what constitutes a flash knockdown. Like what are their parameters? Because right now it just seems too random that it takes away from the fight. Like I'm coming in there to pick him off, yes, but I would be a lot more aggressive. Like I would really be making him regret not having that stamina when he can only throw like one or two shots, but I'm picking him with like 4 or 5 every time. So right now he's in that walking state, and as you guys know, they still walk way too fast for being in flat movement. You see how he's able to back up and stop some of my shots. That I have to do that reaching gut punch to follow him. I should never have to do a lunging body jab to catch someone in flat foot movement. I know he ain't be able to poop right for a week. He eat them 2 body blows back to back. And I just want a knockout. What is it with me not being able to get knockout? If this does go, like if they do add in a 10 round mode, that's why I'm gonna catch a lot of y'all. Cause a lot of y'all can't see me when it comes to preserving stamina. Watch all these punches he's taking. Go to sleep. Yes, and you still getting up. Darn you for making me have to stay locked in for 8 rounds. Cause that is very hard to do and very taxing on my mind. And darn you for not being knocked out. Darn you for being a good fighter. That was a good fight. Nah, that was the one that woke me up today. Made me have to stay on my toes. Good fighter, good fighter. I got it, the clean sweep. Some of those rounds was really close, so they could have probably gone his way. Especially when he started turning up. As you can see, I landed more, a higher percentage. But I'm still on my road to 100 wins before I get to 75 losses. I still gotta do that. That's still a challenge I made when I was like 45 and 45 or something. So I gotta get like what 29 wins before I get like another 12 losses. Think I can do it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.